Um, it is still February 7th. I just wanted to follow up on what I think the waves mean. I kind of want to call them visions, but you know, it's not really a vision. It's more of a waves and shadows. And but I just, you know, I want to continue to keep track, right? Continue to keep track to see if I'm on point with what those are, because I must be on point, right? Because it's not being delayed in terms of the, like, whatever the new message is. It seems like every day I'm getting a new message, so maybe that's the message. That's what I'll call them. Maybe I'll call them messages. My do message. Yeah, so I mentioned I went to Wrightwood. I got all these boxes. I posted it on Instagram if you guys follow me. I mean, it's taking up like my living room and starting to go into the kitchen, which is good, right? And that's, you know, a total of 4 stops, four pickups that I've done. And there's people, I have a list of people that I'm still needing to pick stuff up from. So that's good. And that, what I have already is like 2 trips for sure, because I know one of them, like today, it filled up my car. So brought the boxes home. I thought about going through everything and like separating, right? And that's something that I have a tendency to do. It's like when I have a project, it's like, so one of my skills to master is the follow through, because I remember I used to have a lot of like projects that I would start, and then especially when it came like to art project, because I would get distracted with other stuff. So it's like I had something and then it was hard for me to follow through with. And then when it was work, it was like all work. So and then when it was certain projects that were coming up, like, you know, we used to have like these annual Christmas and November events that, you know, me and my aunts would put together, and I mean, I was all like, you know, during that time frame. And so I'm trying, I feel like maybe the message is really saying like, stay balanced. Stay balanced, right? And I had reached out to my sister-in-law reached out to see how I was feeling, because I'm supposed to be in quarantine. And I mentioned to her, I'm like, you know, I went up to Wrightwood. You know, a colleague of mine was okay with me going, and had a mask, and, you know, we were being safe. And I really don't, I'm not sick. I know I'm not. And I've been earthing, I've been taking care of my immune system, I'm doing my ginger chew and lemon water in the morning, taking my vitamins, and, you know, trying to get more rest, which I've been successful at. I'm not nervous, you know, pushing away any anxious energies, like I don't need all that stuff. So, you know, just keeping my energy, you know, high vibing, trying to high vibe it, right? So that, and what I'm learning from the messages from like MJ and even, you know, Chris from Minnow and just, you know, just what I'm learning in terms of this world is the need to stay, to raise my vibration, right? To raise my energetic vibration. Even Patricia 1111 mentioned it too. I listened to her over the weekend, and she hadn't been posting for a while. And Dana, I know, makes reference to it, this need for each of us to really take care of ourselves, right? That's when you practice that self-care, when you heal yourself, you raise the level of the vibration for the collective, for everyone around us, right? And it was a common theme. Now I think about it, it was a common theme. I mean, I even read it in, I mentioned I was reading a book. Being Peace. It actually, I read that today too. Now that I'm thinking about it, And it shared a story about a man and his daughter who performed in the circus as a way to make a living. And the father was telling his daughter, you know, we really need to take care of each other. And the daughter's just like, no, like, we need to take care of ourselves. If we make an effort to take care of ourselves, then I'm able to, you know, what did she put? She said, Father, you should say it this way. Each one of us has to take care of himself or herself so that we can continue to earn our living, because during the performance, you take care of yourself, and you take care of yourself only. You stay very stable. You're very alert. She was like an acrobat. She would go on top of dad or whatever. And so she keeps saying that will help me. And when I climb, I will take care of myself. I will climb carefully. I do not let anything wrong happen to me. That is the way you should say it, Father. You take good care of yourself and I take good care of myself. In that way, we can continue to earn our living. And so I thought about it, and I thought about just, you know, the state of the economy, right? I was thinking about, like, when we get to that age of retirement or welfare, you know, and how this continued. And again, I can only speak for our society, my society, right? Which is US. My culture, I don't know what other people doing in other cultures. But if we really took the time to practice, really prioritize the self-care, right? Above anything else, above work, the work will be fruitful, right? Because you're going to take care of yourself. So you'll be able to produce, you'll be able to work better. And I keep thinking of, like, you know, how some people are like, oh, you know, I'll ask for Social Security. Like they're just kind of banking on it to be there, instead of really taking the time of, like, healing our bodies, you know, doing what we need to do. Because when you do that, when you take care of you, you're then in essence taking care of everyone else around you by what you contribute, right? What you continue to contribute and how you continue to help each other by taking care of you first. So I thought that was really neat. Just, yeah, that common theme, right? So today I drove all the way to Wrightwood, about a 50-minute drive one way. That's almost, you know, close to 2 hours. I mean, I didn't feel like 2 hours. Granted, I hadn't driven that. I wonder, maybe that's why I was tired too. Because I haven't driven that long in a while. Well, I mean, except for Saturday night when I came from LA to pick up more boxes. But there was a lot of traffic, and that was like I wasn't driving, I was just sitting and stop, go. But, you know, it didn't feel that long, but it really was. It was like 2 hours one way. Anyways, balance. Yeah, so I thought, okay, that's my good deed for the day. I'm not gonna go through the boxes. It's a mess, yes. I'm gonna leave it as a mess, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go earth. So as soon as I got home, actually, you know, took care of some things for me, and then I immediately went out and I earthed for like a few hours, just sitting out there, took my blanket, walked around barefoot, took my books, you know, music, drawing pad, just really enjoyed the sunshine. And there's so many bees, there's so many, like, I haven't been dancing because I'm just listening and watching, and I hear more birds, you know, and one of them pooped on my blanket, but I remember I was looking up at the tree and I just see the bird like fly like right almost over me, like to the side. I'm like, don't you dare, bloop, there you see it coming down. And fortunately it didn't get on any of my stuff except the blanket, and I was able to wipe it out of it. I thought that was funny. And so it was just really nice. And then I got a little surprise. So this book, I picked out some books. Not picked out. I went through some of my old boxes that I left at my last place. Picked out some of my belongings, and this was in one of my many books. And I remember seeing it. I was like, I want to take it. I got it at a thrift shop, and I just remember being drawn to it because it's, you know, the gift of travel. And so I remember I had started reading it, and I didn't remember if I read it all or not, but there's a page that's marked It's marked, you know, like when you pull the corner and where you leave off, where you left off. So each chapter is an author or a traveler, a journalist or whatever, and they're each talking about a journey that they took in a specific country. So when apparently I tabbed at some point in my life. It happens to be by a gentleman named David Eden. The title is called Letting Life Happen. And guess where where he's talking about? Yeah, Spain. He's talking about Spain. Specifically the Canary Islands, which is where I actually thought of checking off the box too. Because I had to pick regions I had to pick like my first, second, and third option in regions, and this one was one of the regions. And I was gonna pick it, but then I thought, no, I'll stay on the mainland, but I can like ferry to there, right? Because apparently it's become like really touristy, or at least parts of it, and living there is a little more pricey, but supposedly it has. And that actually happens to be, it was in one of the other books of the other book that I picked up at the other shop. It was also there too, and I was able to read a little bit more about the land on the island, and the fact that it has a lot of like really old like plant species and things that would be extinct is still there. So I thought that was really neat, you know, in terms of just wanting to learn more of like the cultural like roots and just healing stuff, right? So I was really drawn to this island. And then it goes out here again. I thought that was, I just remember laughing. Just remember laughing. What else? I've been seeing the balance, you know, all day. Seen some other synchronicities too. And yeah. So I know I'm on the right track. So if tomorrow I get a new, what was I gonna call them? Message? I get a new message, that means I mastered this one for today. If it's the same one, because you know how like that circle thing, right? That circle, like if it was coming into completion, I got that 2 days in a row. 2 or maybe 3, I don't remember if there 3. But so that made me think, okay, I'm almost there. And then this one today was completely different. So I'm hoping I'm on the right track. We'll see tomorrow morning, Monday, you know, we'll see. That was it. So just trying to balance myself today with, you know, doing stuff for others, doing stuff for me. I was able to meal prep, cleaned my kitchen at least, right? I mean, there's stuff I still need to work on and do, but I'm feeling good. Feeling like, okay, got this. So, yeah. We'll see what tomorrow holds. All right, guys, have a good one.